What if I told you the Flash TV show on the CW started on the wrong timeline? That story we watched from 2014 to 2023 was actually an alternate reality, one created by Eobard Thawne's obsession and envy. Today, I'm going to show you how the Flash should have been written, starting in the timeline Thawne came from, a world where Noah Allen lives. Barry becomes the Flash in 2020, and the tragedy hasn't happened yet. In the true timeline, Barry Allen grows up with both parents. No trauma, no tragedy. He becomes a CSI, discovers the Speed Force in 2020, and becomes a Flash, not out of grief, but out of purpose. This is the timeline Eobard Thawne came from. He admired Barry, idolized him, wanted to be him, but the Speed Force rejected him, and that's when the negative Speed Force whispered its truth. You weren't meant to be the Flash, you were meant to be his opposite. Thawne's admiration curdled into hatred. He tapped into the negative Speed Force, became the Reverse Flash, and traveled back to March 18, 2000 to kill young Barry. But the Flash followed him from that timeline that Thawne is from, saving his younger self and creating the alternate timeline we know from the show. Thawne kills Noah instead, stranding himself in the past. He offers to help Harrison Wells and Tess Morgan on building Star Labs early, because I think that's better than actually killing him, and builds the particle accelerator early, and sets the stage for Barry to become the Flash in 2013, 7 years too soon. The show we got started in this broken timeline Thawne created by killing Noah. Noah is dead, Henry is in prison, and Thawne is manipulating everything from the shadows. It's compelling, but it's not the original story. It's a tragedy born from envy. Every season after that is a ripple effect. Flashpoint, Saboteur, Crisis. The multiverse collapses. And by season 9, we're watching echoes of a timeline that was never meant to exist. Imagine a show that starts in 2020. Barry becomes the Flash, with Noah Allen alive. Thawne is a rising threat, not a hidden puppet master. We watch their paths diverge, one chosen by the Speed Force, and the other by the negative Speed Force. This series builds toward the moment Thawne breaks the timeline. That's the climax, not the beginning. And when Barry sacrifices himself to stop Thawne, it's not just to save the world, it's to preserve the timeline that gave him everything, and to allow the April 25th, 2024 newspaper, Flash Missing Vanishes in Crisis, to be written. This is how the Flash should have been written, a story of legacy, admiration, betrayal, and sacrifice. Not a show trapped in paradoxes, but a show that honors its own mythology. I'm Asset911, and this is my timeline and my vision for how the Flash should have been written.